Jorge Burgos fought his way up from keg washer to master brewer. Now he fights to make sure every drop has a crisp taste that's pure gold. Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit.
Gotta wait to make no moves, I be loaded. They would be free once I make a move on you, nigga, I be loaded. Ain't gotta wait to make no moves, I be loaded. While you watchin' drinking 40s, I just told it. Still that same nigga in a foreign, but it's stolen. Ryan sporty, acting sporty, can't control it. I'm doing fraud, I got that bag, yeah, I'm transporting. I got that bag on me, nigga, like I'm transporting. He dropped the mixtape, thought I would've reposted. I ain't posted mixtape, cause I don't fuck with shorty. I be booted till the morning, PM to the morning. My little Wody want a bag on, he just wanna roll it. Hold up, nigga, don't you owe me? Yeah, you owe me, don't it? Like I'm an island of adventure, how I stay rolling. Tryna diss me, I need you 6 feet. She say she miss me, then she wanna kiss me. Damn, I'm so crispy, Zan got me dizzy. Trouble me, I ain't shot, I keep that glitzy. I was spin bent, yeah, Fritz me. What the lick read, baby, come and lick me. V12, I'm riding in a 6-speed. I be ballin' on you niggas out of this league. Ain't gotta wait to make them moves, I be loaded. While you watchin' drinking 40s, I just told it.
every move, he's watching. Every time you stunt, he's trying to copy. You're the person to keep it real with him. That's why if you smoke, he's more likely to smoke tobacco too. So keep it fresh.
Oh, what do we have here? A soda. Alright, let me have my soda. 0 out of 2. Get out of here, soda.
Alright. Yo, homie, what's up, buddy? Freeze. Freeze.
Hey!
How's it going?
Oh, not too good, mate. I've got a broken leg.
A broken leg, huh? Yo, is there anything you need, bro?
Mate, I need it
What
all.
about some steak?
I got this empty can, and that's about it.
Let me,
If you drop steak and I go to pick it up and you shoot me in the head, I'll find you.
You'll find me? Alright, 1 minute. Here, 1 minute. Let me drop you some stuff. There's some steak. Right there. And,
What's your name, good sir?
name's Travis. Travis Pastrami.
Ah, the dirt bike rider.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Alright, homie. So I drop you some steak and a handgun, alright? Don't do anything crazy with that now, alright?
Where you heading?
Don't do anything crazy with that. Further north.
I don't see the weapon.
Oh, it's there, baby. It's there.
Hey, come here. Don't leave. We haven't said our farewells. Fuck you, Travis Macaroni.
That was the wrong way to handle. Handle yourself, sir.
He just fucking smoked me, probably because I said fuck you, Travis Macaroni.
Oh. Travis Macaroni.
"32 stories above the streets of New York City, a cat fell from a window and lived. After vets treated the cat's chipped tooth and collapsed lungs, the feline was sent home 2 days later." Cats fall a lot, and they've gotten really good at it. Drop a cat upside down, for example, and it will almost always land on its feet. That's because cats are extremely flexible. They can twist their bodies mid-air as they fall. But landing feet first isn't always the best strategy, like if you're falling from 32 stories up. To figure out how cats manage that perfect landing every time, a series of studies looked at over 100 cats' falls from 2 to 32 stories up. Comes as no surprise that cats who fell from the second floor had fewer injuries than cats who fell from the 6th floor. But here is the fascinating part. Above the 7th story, the extent of the injuries largely stayed the same, no matter how high the cats fell. So how is that possible? Well, it all comes down to acrobatics, or lack thereof. Cats that fell from 2 to 7 stories up mostly landed feet first. Above that, however, cats used a different technique. Instead of positioning their legs straight down as they fell, they splayed out like a parachuter and landed belly first instead. But this method isn't 100% foolproof. Chest trauma, like a collapsed lung or broken rib, is more common with this landing method. But the risk of breaking a leg is much less. So, how do cats somehow subconsciously know how to land? It has to do with a physics phenomenon called terminal velocity. At first, the cat plummets faster and faster under gravity until she's fallen the equivalent of 5 stories. At that point, she hits constant terminal velocity at 100 kilometers per hour. She's now in free fall, where air friction counteracts her acceleration under gravity. At this point, she's no longer accelerating and, more importantly, doesn't feel the pull from gravity. So here's what researchers think is happening. From 2 to 7 stories up, cats don't have enough time to reach terminal velocity and prep for landing feet first. But once they hit terminal velocity, their instinct changes and they parachute their limbs. All that said, don't throw your cat out of a window. Can't believe I have to say this. Not only is it still very dangerous, it's not very polite. Don't throw your cat out the window.
I'm building a little maze. Oh no, we're at build height. No. Okay, okay. Here it is. Here it is. So now we just got to like literally just wait and kind of extend our 1x1 or our base into the final circle, I guess. And then we put traps, we rip, and hopefully we'll be able to get them.
That is the plan.
That is the plan.
Forget how high the build height is.
I know.
Really gotta go up here.
I remember when this game first came out, it was like a big thing, like to do a sky base. Like no one thought about it until like 3 months in or 2 months in, and it's such a cool concept. All right, I'm just gonna wait here, I guess, right at the edge. So I have 4 traps. How much do you have? I can split some with you, Noah.
I have 1.
Okay, I'll give you right there. 2.
Oh, here. Let's go 2-2. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
He's down there.
Someone
Yeah.
just went inside that building.
Yeah. Okay. So we got an idea, but there's still another team alive.
Hey, Twitch Moments fans! If you would like to enter this month's Fortnite V-Bucks giveaway, all you have to do is simply like the video, leave a comment down below, and stay subscribed to the channel. Good luck and enjoy!
Okay.
I only saw 1 in there, so it might have been a solo.
Yeah. You think we should run? Maybe we should run with the storm actually, so we don't expose.
Yep.
Yeah, they're down there. Oh, it's a good team too. It looks like maybe. What if we can rip to go them both? I ripped one, you ripped the second. How dope would that be?
The double kidnapping. dropping.
Yeah. No, they see us. They see us. We might need to kill them. I tagged one.
I'm keeping our base.
Okay,
alive.
okay. I'll try to knock him. I knocked one. Keep it going. Keep it.
Oh, they got it.
Dang. All right, we got to kill them. Then the last guy's a newbie. I wonder if we have enough mats. Let's rush him. Bum rush him. Because one of them is knocked. And then we can build up. I got him distracted on me.
Oh, I went for the wrong guy. I'm going to leave this guy alive. He doesn't look like he's super aware.
Got this guy? Okay. Yeah, leave that guy. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, this guy.
I think we can start building up right here. Hopefully he doesn't see
on
it.
the back of this mountain if you want to come
Okay,
here.
yeah. I'll meet you there. This is it, man. This is the last guy, and it's a newbie, too. This is the way to do it. Hopefully he doesn't die in the storm, though. I feel like he's going to see that, but YOLO, if we're quick. Picking up, I think we can do it. We have to like spot him right away. He's building up. He might even come up here, honestly, but we'll kidnap him midway through.
Okay, this is build height. How high do we do it? Do we do it all the way at build height?
Yeah, all the way at build height, and then we make sure we can still build floors. Uh-oh.
Make sure this is build height.
Yep, okay. All right, and then we put traps once we see him, and then it's almost better. Oh, he's going up. He's going up the ramps. You see him? You see him?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right, you want to build out? Let's build out.
But it has to be like directly above him, so he's almost got to stay still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, he's campfiring.
Okay, this is the time. We gotta build. One more over here.
Right above him.
I think right here, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put some traps. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go down.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. No!
Oh, no! I'm going.
He's right on me. You can do it, Noah. You can do it. He's looting my body. You got.
Oh,
You got him. It says I got the kill too.
Yeah. True trap, dude. That was incredible.
Dude, I gotta go back in replay mode and watch that from your perspective.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wow, that was perfect, dude.
You did it like real, like I did it a second, like literally a millisecond too late to fall down.
Yeah, I shook it a little early because I knew you hit the
Right. Yeah, you're smart, unlike me. I'm opening replay mode. Wow. I attempt it, and then... And then here I go. I end up falling down. Then here you go. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going in the gameplay perspective. That was actually insane. All right, guys. So this is what we're doing. We're setting up the traps. Shout out to Avery, man. I saw him do this first. I tried to rip a little early, a little too late. I end up dying. Okay, so here I am. Then Noah decides to give it a shot. He's gonna do it a little earlier, directly above. He gets it, and then he gets the trap. Wow, man. Noah, that was awesome, dude. That was so good.
You were right on the money with those traps, too.
Man.
Mine were a little out there.
Yeah, it was directly above him, too. Well, hey, no.
I had to come up, bro.
Oh, he's up here. He came up here, too. He's flying back down. He's flying back down. Okay, I think this is small enough, right?
Yep,
one more? I'm gonna... One more trap?
Alright,
yeah, one more.
Before he dies.
Alright, close it. Go.
Okay, come get him.
He's going down, Avery. Perfect.
I got him! Oh my god, midair! Oh my god, he was midair! Oh my god!
Before the trip, Jessica sent 22 texts to find a swim instructor to help Manny over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It is the Fortnite Full Skirmish Grand Finals, live from TwitchCon. And look at that beautiful crowd. It is a packed house today. Let's catch up to speed, though, on how the format works exactly, how these players can earn points. Ben, break it down for me.
Just like in previous fall skirmish, here are the grand finals, 7+ eliminations, and that's the team 3 points. If you get 5 to 6, it's 2 points, and 3 to 4 is 1, but if it's less than that, you're out of luck. On top of that, the big bonus, after you get a seven eliminations, every elim after that is 1 more point. The big bonus can get absolutely crazy.
And that's real tough. If you don't watch a lot of competitive Fortnite games,
7 is
like, okay,
lot.
maybe you get that a lot when you're playing in normal public matches. 7 in this, I think we only saw maybe 2 games where that happened in the entire heats. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff, but also played a Battle Royale game. Victories and high placements matter as well. 3 points for Victory Royale, and you saw the rest on there, but this is why we're here, folks. millions of dollars on the line this weekend. $400,000 to that top duo spot. And we'll find out who that is later today.
On top of that, they get club points. You see the 640, 440, and so on all the way down, which adds on to the prizing at the end of the fall skirmish here. And all 5 clubs have been putting on an excellent show.
We're about to get into game number 1. Ben, who's your favorites? Who you looking out for?
I mean, we saw in Heat 1, Tfue and Cloak put on an absolute, just a show and then some. One of the only teams that actually, even mentioning the name, it sounds like the crowd's kind of picking up here. 20 eliminations during their heat.
Oh,
but
gosh.
The list is
this is disgusting when you look at this. We said at the summer skirmish there's never been a more stacked lobby. I take back everything I've said. We have never seen a more stacked lobby in Fortnite history. You are about to watch the most skilled players in the world battle it out for 6 straight games for just shy of $2 million in prizes. Skins have been randomized during these matches. Every game, everyone's going to be using different skins. There's Tfue. Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
It is time. Game number 1 of the Fall Skirmish Grand Finals, live from TwitchCon. It's standing room only. 100 of the best Fortnite players in the world. And the battle bus has launched. Good luck to all. Make some noise. There's Cloaksy and Tfue right in the heart of the zone. Healthy as ever. Looking to strike early in game number 1.
Like you said, this is almost to the point where the circle is going to start claiming quite a few players' time here at the crowd every time Tfue and Cloak show up. A lot of love for FaZe.
Again, to stress, for player integrity, skins have been randomized during all these matches.
Cloak and Tfue. Shots coming from multiple directions while they're editing holes, windows, and walls to try and take shots of their own. Looking for parties rotating away. 87 medium ammo. A handful of shotgun shots. Tfue gets sniped 39 meters from Nate Hill. The rift from Cloak just trying to make it away. And
he's just got to accept it's gone. That's how Tfue goes out. Nate Hill, fellow FaZe member with lightning quick reactions, hits the shot, and now Cloaksy's left by himself. But he had 2 rift to go. You've got Saint now playing the high ground. He's got the reload. Cloaksy's still in this too.
4 players left.
Oh, he's got this. He's got to have this. He's just playing the healer zone. Kits. You saw the smile as well. I think he knows he's got it. I think he knows he's got it. There's no way. Cloaksy's done all he can. Cloaksy's done all he can. That's it though.
Make some noise.
Paint with the heels.
Well played.
And just like that, they get it done. But you know what? Cloaksy's hyped by himself. The man goes all the way to top 2 with, I believe, he had like 5 limbs on his own. Well, that was his game number 1 in the books. Tfue. You know he's probably not happy with how he went on out in game 1, but you know, his teammate Cloaksy made up for it as the hype at the end Just when you think they might be down and out, no. The man goes and gets 6 elims by himself, puts him in that second place spot. You know, we saw back during day 1, Heat 1, Tfue and Cloakzy finish at the top. Now in the grand finals after game 1, it's Tfue and Cloakzy at the top of the scoreboard. We caught up with them to hear their thoughts of the weekend so far. Let's take a look.
I've known him for so long.
Yeah.
Like 3 years, I think. Probably more.
2 or 3, 4 maybe.
Yeah.
Coming on 4.
FaZe reached out to me and was like, hey, we're really interested. We want you to build a team. And Tfue was shining at that point, and I hit him up, and we tried a couple duo tournaments together, and we ended up winning like a bunch.
Yeah.
So we're just like, let's just keep the ball rolling and let's go. Probably just getting to end game and not taking unnecessary damage.
Yeah, the biggest challenge I think would probably be safe zones. We haven't figured those zones out yet. I don't know, they just pop up wherever they want, and sometimes they don't go near us, so I don't know. We end up having to rotate across the whole map. There was one moment where like we were in a really bad position. We probably would have died if it wasn't for a porta fort.
So do you want to bring us
play
back
a little bit aggro, and with the current save zones, it didn't really work, but we still secured second. I died off a little bit early, but he clutched up and took us second.
Yeah.
Jack, name a more iconic duo than Tfue and Cloak. I don't think you can. This time around, we have a northwest, kind of mid-east, headed towards Lonely Lodge, bus path, players jumping on out. This is quite a stretch for some typical drops. You might see a later drop from the gentleman from FaZe, Tfue and Cloak. Have to see here where they end up landing.
Tfue trying to inch forward. The Storm still pushing. Now at 17 health, he's got to go. Yeah, they're going to fall all the way down.
Low still sitting pretty with quite a bit of HP, a little bit of shield, just lost some right there.
Got a med kit right now.
Medkit is going to drop the slurp. Cloak can pick it up. The play here, looking to secure Cloak, is basically a tank in this situation, trying to top him off as much as he can, while Tifu uses the medkit.
Top 13. Tifu and Cloaksy still alive. Remember, coming into this, they were already first in points after game 1. There's one for Cloaksy. 11 players now left. How about another as more begin to drop on down? He's going to grapple up to the high ground, trying to chase these limbs. There's more players still above him. Great job with those roofs. 11 players left. Who will begin to earn placement points in this game? He's going to rain down grenades as he still has two more in his inventory. Not a lot of mats left. Tifu eliminates Pain. You've got Snood on the high ground as well. He's got no walls! Tifu and Cloaksy with another. 6 players left. He still has 3 big shields. He can't use one yet. Cloaksy with another knock. Tifu's gonna drop to the Storm. It's all on Cloaksy yet again. Can he clutch up? He got second in game 1 by himself. 27 seconds remaining. You see everyone else is so weak. You've got to think this is Cloaksy's game to take. He's got the medal as well. One player floating down on him. He tries to react in time. The tag. He's got him weak. A lot of fall damage. No builds. Oh no, Marksman clutches it out. Oh, second place. Dementos wins it with 12 HP. I thought Marksman had it. I thought he did. Cloaksy is the MVP so far today, man, with the plays he's making. Pretty nuts stuff, no matter what. Tifu and Cloaksy, another very good placing, though. You've got to think they probably continue to hold on to that lead after game number 2. We are just a third of the way through the action, folks, for the Fortnite Fall Skirmish Grand Finals live from TwitchCon. Tifu dropped to the Storm there after he got cracked by a shotgun, which dropped him down to, I believe, just 5 HP.
Came from Ghost, Bizzle, DLL.
Cloaksy and Tifu. 2 elims. They love this zone. They have not moved from where they started at the beginning of this game.
This might be the lowest movement of any team thus far. I mean, they landed that set of houses down there and have moved northeast only slightly.
Yep. They have 6 limbs combined right now?
Yep. Any sort of placement point, they're not close enough right now, which means if they get the elimination, Perfect Tilt gets a knock on Provoked in the feed there, gets the elim. That's number 7, which gives them 3 points from this game. But Tfue and Cloak are there too. They're going to have to look out.
He just wants whatever loot there is here. A great upgrade for both weapons right there. The heavy shotgun in hand, the epic assault rifle in hand. You've got a rocket launcher you can pick up if you'd want to as well. 2 slurps right now for Cloaksy. I mean, you'd expect him to drop one. No, Tfue's already got one ticking, and they have a Rift to go. How?
Absolutely.
How do these guys always have all this?
No idea. I want to point out super quick, Perfect Tilt and Diggy are sitting on 7 eliminations, which means if you see in the feed even a knockdown from Perfect Tilt, every single elimination, if it gets finished, that means another point.
They're going to save the Rift to go as well.
They're using another team's Rift to go. The number of players in the air right now.
Oh my gosh.
Smack dab in the middle of the group here. This Storm smearing players off at the bottom. I expect the Storm to claim a number of players in just a moment here. And there it is. Look at the feed. Bumpa, DK, Vape Cheeses, Left Eye, Windwalker, Wilds, J-Truth, everybody going down here to the Storm. One of the roughest zones we've seen so far in the fall skirmish.
Tfue and Cloaksy still alive. Tfue still has a slurp to use. Hasn't had a chance to use it yet. And now he's down to the low ground. This could be the end of the game for Tfue. Cloaksy's still a lot more healthy. There you go, slurp now being popped. We'll slowly begin to tick that health back up.
At this point, every bit of healing could change the game for that duo.
The consistency of Tfue and Cloaksy,
it's impressive.
It's now 3 straight games in the top 10.
Still with an excellent kit, a ton of ammunition for everything. 10 rockets, 110 shotgun shells we'll never use, and there's one coming out, tries to get that, but it looks like Goshan actually picks that.
Goshan's down 5 limbs himself, and look at 3 players in the high ground.
Flame, FPS, all up top. Cloaksy, the shotgun on Goshan there. Picks up his 3rd elim. That's 6 total, like I said.
So I
2 more. 1 more puts him at 7.
It's those 2 on the low ground, and the rest are all going to float down through above. They've got to move with the zone. And now they've got to, trade back with rockets of their own.
The zone's starting to close here. Jack is going to come down to potentially heal off. 2 teams above, 6 players remaining close. And Tfue no shield, 75 HP. Cloak, 100. He's in an excellent spot. Everything's reloaded. They're building up. They're basically establishing every single square on the bottom.
They've got a campfire and a medkit. They're trying to play around. Potential low ground.
Funk Bomb gets a med
tight
kit
play.
off there.
Funk Bomb's
pushing in.
Funk Bomb's is trying to heal. Flame's got everything.
Gets the knock.
But Flame's got everything you could ever need too. Cloaksy's trying to shoot down this top side so they can't heal. Can they do it? There's just 3 players left. They're dropping him on down. Will they be able to out-survive this zone? They're floating. Tfue's now knocked. He can't use his heals. Cloaksy ticking on down. Just 20 health remaining. Gets 1. Who wound up winning it? Cloaksy's down on the low ground as well, I believe. They got it. They did.
1. Are you kidding me? The last second push out into the Storm may have changed that game from a 3rd or 2nd to a 1st place to Victor Royale. $50,000 for the gentleman from FaZe, Jack.
Cloaksy can do no wrong today. Cloaksy can do no wrong.
We got to look
Here
at this
it is
again.
from his perspective. Yeah, we cut away at an awkward time, but this hip fire right there, and Funk Bomb drops to the Storm alongside Flame.
Even just one of those AR shots from
Ladies
Cloak may
and
have
gentlemen,
changed that.
you made some noise, but that was not only a victory royale, they had 7 eliminations, a 6-point game. Tfue and Cloaksy, it's like they heard the interview.
They did, they absolutely
It's like they
did.
heard it, and they said, no. Not giving you 3 in a row, it won't be easy. That means in the first 3 games, Tfue and Cloaksy, they got 2nd, they got 3rd, and now they've gotten 1st. Brilliant stuff from this duo. There's been threads about it on Reddit. There's been talk on all sorts of social media. Are these two the most consistent duo in all of Fortnite? And guess what? I think right now they're continuing to build that case even more.
They put on a show and he won. Jack, you and I have the opportunity to cast that, but this is absolute insanity.
100%.
The progression of gameplay from these two, kind of sinking in, getting comfortable with the situation, and now just as
Okay, I'm gonna do pretend. Hey, can I have that spike on? There you go. I don't. There's no way that's gonna fit in his nose. Put jetpack for me all the way. Nope, I can't see in there. And nope, I can't see it there. Here we go.
His nostrils are so small, and after what he's gone through with the MRSA, this is probably one of the worst results and complications that I've seen in my entire career.
All right, so let's talk about your nose.
Yes. I feel like crying right now, but I'm trying to...
Okay, I need you to be strong.
I'm holding back not to cry.
Listen, the thing is, Rodrigo...
Because I'm actually very extremely worried. That's why I'm here.
The issue is that what we call the soft tissue envelope. That's the skin.
Right.
So by you having 3 surgeries in a period of 12 to 15 months, destroyed your tissue, the skin's no good.
My nose was perfect after this last rhinoplasty. And my friends, they never had any problem at all. And I was the unlucky one. So I keep asking myself now, why me?
Your nose on the inside, you have no airway. And it's short, so this is all scarred together. And now since you just had surgery 3 months ago,
it's going to scar down more. It's in a healing phase. If you try to insult your skin one more time now while it's healing,
Yes.
there's a high possibility that if you let one of these doctors touch your nose now, this will turn black and then die and fall off.
guys, tell us how the band met and formed the Gorillas.
Oh, hang on. Hair. I've got hair in my throat there. Oh, so what happened was I was out one day on a nicking spree, hoisting we call it, on the rob.
August 15th, 1997. First time we met.
Yeah, like I say, I was out robbing on a nicking spree, yeah, right? And what I had in mind was to crash my car through the front window of this music shop and then steal a bunch of the keyboards, and form a new band.
It was the shop I was working in.
So I crashed the car through the window and it landed straight into D's head. Amazing, direct hit. Knocked one of his eyes straight out. Put him in a coma immediately. I got arrested for that, and my community service, my sentence, was to look after this silly sod.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Obviously, I abused that position and took the opportunity to bully him to within an inch of his catatonic life. So, one time when we were mucking about in a car park in Nottingham, 2D actually went through the windscreen. And I think it was that second car accident that actually brought him back round, yeah? Because it knocked his other stupid eye out. But I'll tell you what, when he stood up, wow, what an image. Tall, pretty, blue spiky hair.
No eyeballs?
No eyeballs. I knew that he had to be the front man. After that, everything sort of just fell into place. Yeah? I found Russell, our drummer, working in a record shop.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Theo Joe, and let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at your keyboard and thought, you know, there are some keys on here that I don't know what the heck they do and I've literally never used them? That's what this video is about. We're gonna go over some special keys on the keyboard that you probably never heard about because they're pretty much forgotten features. These include scroll lock, the pause break key, the system RQ key. What do these even do, if anything, these days? It's actually pretty interesting, and I think you guys will like this. Starting off with one of the most popular ones that everyone's heard of but never actually used, the scroll lock. What is that for? Is it for scrolling? Kind of, I mean, as you can imagine. So basically, in the old days, when many operating systems were really text-based, you would oftentimes use the keyboard keys, the arrow keys rather, to navigate the cursor. Instead of using a mouse. And back in those days, computer screens were not very big, so there wasn't a lot of text to be shown on there, so you really had to scroll to see everything, unlike these days where everything's on the big monitor. But the question is, wait a minute, if you're using the arrow keys to move the cursor, how did you scroll the whole window? And the answer is the scroll lock key. So what you would do is you would press the scroll lock key to enable it, and then you would use the arrow keys that would scroll down the whole page instead of just moving the cursor normally. And obviously this isn't really used these days, although it does actually in Microsoft Excel. If you use the scroll lock key and use the arrow keys, it will move around very few spreadsheet instead of moving around the cursor to select cells. So that's really one of the very few programs I've ever heard of using the scroll lock key, but it still sometimes is used. Next up is the sysRQ or system request key that's usually labeled below the print screen key on the same one. And you've probably known about the print screen key but never even noticed and ignored the rest of it. Now what the sysRQ key used to do was allow you to send a low-level command directly to the operating system, so you could press it, type in some sort of command to do something back in the old days. It's really an ancient key that is never used for anything anymore. In Windows it doesn't do anything, and there's no standardized use for it in any programs, although it is possible for a program to be programmed so that it does use the key for something, but there's no standard to know what it would be. However, there is one exception, which is if you're using Linux. It's called the Magic sysRQ key, and what this allows you to do, specifically when you press Alt sysRQ and plus some other command, it allows you to send a command directly to the operating system and bypass whatever state the operating system is in. For example, if it's frozen or something, or it's being very slow, you press a command with it, it's gonna go directly to the operating system and do something such as restart, ignoring any other stuff that's going on. So typically what this would be used for is, like I just said a couple times, if the computer is frozen and you restart it with the sysRQ key, it'll still use the operating system to restart, so it's not gonna corrupt anything that's going on. The operating system's still doing the shutdown, so it's not gonna be surprised and ruin anything. I mean, obviously the programs that you're working on still might be interrupted, but the file system itself won't be ruined. So pretty much this key is 99% useless and you'll never use it, but still cool to know about. Moving on to the pause break key. This one's actually still usable in some cases, but still rarely. For example, in the command prompt. Now what this is usually used for, and used to be used for especially, is if you were booting up in the BIOS, you could press the pause break key to be able to actually read what's scrolling down on the screen instead of going by too fast. And you can actually use this in the command prompt. If you're running a program, you press the pause break key, it'll either pause the text or pause the program altogether depending on the program itself. So it's basically like it says, pause the thing or break, which would break the program from running. So again, this is something that's useless 99% of the time, but maybe you can use it to show off to your friends or something like that. Although one shortcut you might want to know about is if you press Windows key pause break, it'll bring up the system properties menu, so I guess that's kind of cool to know about. Now let's talk about the navigational keys, which is the group of 6 keys plus the arrow keys, but we all know what those do, obviously. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, there's a couple in there that you might not know what they do. Starting off, we can talk about the home end keys, and these are actually pretty simple. If you press home and end, they typically move your cursor to the beginning or the end of the... Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? I'm between either the beginning or the end of the line where the cursor...
In 2015, there was a shooting at a community college in Oregon that left 10 people dead. 4chan, being the notorious messaging board, used this opportunity to frame one of its members as the shooter. This is the story of Eggman. Satisfied my need for research, and I decided that I wanted to share it with you guys. But before I do, I just wanted to say, this story is 100% true. Some parts sound really fake, but I promise you they're not. So, enjoy. Back in 2004, when he went on 4chan Anime to get some anime posters for his room. Throughout the years, Toby continued using 4chan here and there on many boards, one being the fit board that he used to get into shape after gaining weight playing World of Warcraft for hours. I relate to that sentence on a spiritual level, just putting that out there. Throughout these years, Toby never really gained any attention on 4chan. In 2012, he joined R9K, the board where beta males talking about their issues finding women was a growing and reoccurring topic. The R9K beta male stuff is actually really interesting to look at, so if you guys are curious, I suggest looking more into that. Toby, who was frustrated with his rejection-filled dating life, used R9K to vent about his problems finding a girl and to find comfort knowing that he was not the only beta male struggling out there. Throughout these years, Toby was anonymous on 4chan. No one on the site knew who he was or what he looked like, but this all changed one day. 4chan used to have ZMap posts. It was basically a website that allowed you to put your location on a map and attach your email so that people that lived near you could contact you. One day, Toby was searching through some ZMap posts when he found a girl who lived in the same town that he did. Living in a small town in the middle of nowhere, Toby saw this girl as a chance to fix his life of rejection, and he sent the girl an email. For the next few weeks, they messaged each other back and forth and eventually agreed to go on a date. According to Toby, the date was pretty smooth and uneventful, and I was happy with it for the most part. I was hopeful we would go out again for another date, but when he got home, he found out that this girl was talking trash on him.
I'm not growing. Is there something wrong with me?
Are we just a couple of freaks?
We live in a society that fixates on the female